Hey guys, so I am recording from Forest Park outside of Portland, Oregon, and I have a story here. It's a little long, it's a little lengthy, but it's really cool, and I've never done anything like it, and I think some people would think it's crazy and scary. Are you ready? So I'm gonna just tell it, and here we go. So earlier today, I caught a bus to go to a place for brunch called Tasty and Sons. I saw it on Yelp. I had someone recommend it to me, and it looked really, really good. I ended up being seated at a counter, as I'm solo. And so when you're traveling solo, you tend to talk to your neighbor. So somebody sat down next to me, and I started talking to him. We actually chatted for the whole meal. Turns out he's a traveler too, and I learned a whole bunch about him. And then towards the end of the meal, he was like, "Oh, I'm going to Pittock Mansion." And I was like, "No way." Because this morning, but first of all, I was thinking today to go to Forest Park, which is where I'm at. Very big park, by the way. And then this morning, someone told me about Pittock Mansion and how gorgeous the view is. And I was like, oh, well, I'll go to Witch's Castle and Pittock Mansion. A little hike in between. Nice day, right? And so when he said that, I was like, oh my gosh, I plan on going there too. And so we had been talking for a while, and he seemed like a very nice gentleman. He was about my age, there for business. And he offered me a ride. And let me tell you, I've never taken a ride from a stranger before. But I trusted my gut, and also, this is the communication travel journey, and I was like, let's do this. So I took the ride with him, and he was really nice. It was like a 10-minute drive. He was a pretty good driver, thankfully, because, that one I would never know. And so we drove to where the castle was, and I figured since it's so hot, I would go to the castle and hike down the mountain to the mansion. So he's going to drop me off there because he needs to go somewhere else for his business travel. But he was going to go to the mansion and check it out and then go. And so when we get down to the drop-off for the witch's castle, I was like, oh wait, you know what? That mansion's uphill, and I only want to hike one way and downhill because it's been a long day and I'm tired. And it's hot out. But so then I realized that, and I was like, could I actually go with you to the mansion, since you're going there anyway? And he took me there. He was so nice. Oh my gosh, just loving the stranger kindness. Kindness is key. Anyway, so we ended up going and touring this mansion together. I didn't even know you could go inside. It was very pretty. And so I spent, I don't know, 2 hours with this person. His name was Zach. He was traveling from Georgia. He now follows me on Instagram, and we took selfies, so you'll see those. And he's like an engineer for a wood company, so I vibed him out. I thought he was okay as a person, and most people are. But I feel like, what's amazing is a few years ago, if I had done this, I would have never talked to him because I don't know, I wasn't into talking to strangers. I'd be too afraid. But this is the connection journey. This is my little humanity project. And I've been talking to everybody. It's fun. I've been learning so much about people and the way they live, and also just discovering these wonderful places. Here's a little view, a little break from my story. So I got to talking to him, and he was cool. I was like, I don't know if you need to know the whole conversation, but we had a nice conversation while eating, and it was just so funny that he turned out to be going to the same place I'm going, of all the places. And I was like, that we happened to sit. I almost was going to turn around and get a later bus, but I didn't. I happened to get on this bus, it left at 1:30, and I got there, and shortly after I was seated and everything, he was seated next to me. We happened to talk. He happens to be traveling too, because the neighbors to him were like, oh, this place is amazing, order this, order that, they're locals. And then it's so funny by coincidence that we were going to the same place anyway. So it was I was so excited in the car because that's who I am. I feel energy a lot. I was so excited. I was like, this is crazy. I've never gone home with a person, a stranger, ever, for real. I've never done that before, but it was in the daytime, and I thought it was all right. And I asked him, I was like, have you ever done this? And he said, no. So cool. Yeah. So that's my crazy story. Maybe I'll be able to write it better in detail, but I figure let me videotape it too. If you watch the whole video, yay! Thank you. I love you for watching. Yay. Yeah, and he had to go to, I don't know, somewhere in South Oregon. So he left, and I'm exploring the area. But I wanted to tell you my little story, and I'm just so excited it even happened. I'm like, this is the best story ever for travels and just connection. And I'm like so grateful that it happened, and like met a kind person, and we toured the mansion together. We had like an activity. I don't know. It was pretty sweet. Okay, so thank you for watching again, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.